We originally aired this episode on April 25th, 2024. With recent arrest of P. Diddy, we thought we would drop it again.
To We Wine Whenever. I'm Wendy.
I'm Kelly.
And I'm Lori.
Yeah?
Hey.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. All right. So today we're going to talk about something that I'm going to put a trigger warning out for. We're going to do a little bit deeper dive or additional dive into the whole Diddy Chronicles.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot more has come out. I don't have everything in depth, but I'm just going to drop some more little breadcrumbs out there. And I want to tidbit. Yes, I want to say that these are all alleged. Okay, everything that I'm saying here is alleged. So don't come for me.
Exactly.
And if you want to come, have at it, because whatever, I'm not even going to respond. Because no one watches and listens anyways.
All the details, but I wanted to put this little bit out there, and then we're going to go with what we have. So there's a connection to Oprah with this whole P. Diddy thing. And I'm going to tell you, it went back so far as Rose McGowan called out Oprah to turning a blind eye on Russell Simmons, Harvey Weinstein, and P. Diddy. Back when she came out with the Me Too against the Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, she did. She started it.
She really did. I mean,
Russell Simmons, too?
Yeah, Russell Simmons.
Russell Simmons.
Yeah.
Now, you know when he married that
Kimora Lee, she was 16 when they met.
What?
Yes.
But I believe he knew her since like 14.
Yes.
It's a reality TV show. Did you watch it?
I did.
I did too.
Because that's who I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
So I'm thinking he is a dog.
Oh, I did not know I knew she was a model.
She came out recently.
She's gorgeous.
She's gorgeous. She came out recently talking that they used to try and get her to speak on their behalf when stuff would come out. And when I say them, I mean Russell and P. Diddy. They would call
Kim Porter.
Yep. They would call her. They'd call her out, and she'd come on, like on Instagram or wherever they wanted her, and she would speak. But now she's not doing it anymore.
Why did she do it then, though? If you know what was going on, why would you do it then?
Well, the same reason that anybody does it at that point. They're all victims. They're victims. The same. I mean, listen, Kim Porter's dead.
Yeah,
and it's very, very possible that was not natural causes.
Of course it wasn't. She was a beautiful, healthy young woman.
Yeah. So I'm just putting that out there.
Well, I just want to say this, that there have been quite a few people who have heart attacks and blah, 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 died of pneumonia and blah, blah, blah. There are compounds that are non-traceable.
Absolutely.
You can poison someone
and make it look like.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And I will say some of the TikToks and the Instagram reels I've been watching, it's funny. It cracks me up that they say this. What's going to start happening is people are going to be unliving.
Oh, yes.
They say illness is going to come on and people are going to be unliving. They don't say dead.
Dead?
Yes, it means dead, but they don't say dead.
I'm thinking that there must be certain words that
you can't say
that TikTok will strike you out for.
TikTok. Okay.
I did definitely notice that.
Yes.
And they will say they were SA'd.
Yes.
As opposed to actually assault.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there must be. That's why last time I put stuff of ours in regards to Diddy, I was like, oh, I wonder if we'll get any flags. But we didn't know what the.
Right.
How
so
that works.
That's okay. That explains it. I was like, why are they saying unliving? Because they probably can't say.
Yeah.
Yeah. So also 50 Cent has been dropping hints for a long time about Oprah, about Gayle King, about them only protecting Black men who are a part of the Illuminati. Yes. 50 Cent is also exposing Jay Z and Beyonce after the Diddy raid, right? So there is word that they are very close to one arresting P. Diddy arresting him because he hasn't been arrested yet.
Right.
He has not been arrested yet. But also Solange has been supposedly helping Beyonce get away from Jay Z. Her whole family, the whole Knowles family, has been trying to help Beyonce get away from Jay Z.
Why? If Jay Z's doing something,
because
in on it too.
Well, she probably is in on it, to be honest with you, but she may be a victim as well.
when Jay Z got this girl pregnant, not Beyonce,
Mm-hmm.
there's another girl before that
Like side piece.
who died
Yep.
when she was pregnant.
Yep.
What?
Oh, yes. Died when she was pregnant.
Yes.
And then,
On
Right.
living. Yep.
right after that, Beyonce was doing, Beyonce was trying to go out on her own, and it was not really going well. And right after that, Beyonce and Jay Z got together. Beyonce is with Jay Z because she got sucked in to the vortex,
Yep.
to the vacuum.
You can call it a vortex, but let's just call it what it is. It's the Illuminati.
It's the Illuminati.
It's
She
the
got-
Illuminati.
She got sucked in. Now, whether she's an active participant or not,
Or she's a victim.
Right. Listen,
or both,
she's been there long enough. She's
Don't say that.
Beyonce.
No. I'm telling you right now. Don't say that.
She's Beyonce.
Don't say that.
Sorry. Kim Porter didn't have the kind of support that Beyonce has.
Beyonce has it because she's married to Jay Z, who's connected to Diddy. So you try and leave that, and you see what happens. You want to be unliving? You want to be unliving? I'm telling you this right now. And also, a very allegedly, something happened with Blue Ivy and Diddy's son.
oh,
So
be a surprise to me.
yeah, I'm telling you right now, this is way deeper than anybody knows. It's
Well-
way deeper than anybody knows.
And it's been going on
yes,
long
yes.
time. But I haven't gotten a chance to, I've seen little snippets of the Oprah thing, but I haven't got a chance to go into it fully. I know that there have been a lot of Black actresses that even before this P. Diddy thing were coming out to say that she is not supportive.
So basically what Rose McGowan was saying.
Yes, but
She's not
yes,
supportive of Black males.
only
Because
Black
that's
males
who's in
that are
charge.
part of the Illuminati. And she's had P. Diddy on her show many times. And there's talks of the partying. This is where all this goes down. So it's pretty much now, it's pretty well known that P. Diddy has videos, surveillance cameras in every residence he has, including the bedrooms. So these people get sucked into these parties where they are drugged and they do things that they didn't plan on doing, and then they are blackmailed for the rest of their lives. They're blackmailed, and that's what happens. You know, you can either fall in line, or you can be unliving,
Right.
or I mean, listen,
Or unsuccessful.
the whole Tupac thing, Bad Boy, the Biggie.
Just everything I ever thought.
I'm telling you, it's real. These are real things. That's how far back this goes. That's how far back this goes.
I just want to say one thing that's funny that I saw on TikTok this week. There's a big debate in my house who's the real GOAT, Michael Jordan or LeBron. Of course, Joe thinks it's LeBron. I think it's Michael Jordan. We both state our cases numerous times. So I sent him this video the other day. It's this guy, and he's showing a video of LeBron's on the bottom of the screen and Diddy's on top. And LeBron's like, ain't no party like a Diddy party. And Diddy's like, yeah, that's right. And then it goes to the guy, and he's like, Michael Jordan would never say that.
Well, then there you go.
But not for nothing. I just was seeing that LeBron may be involved.
Well, he's on camera saying ain't no party like a Diddy party.
I'm just
so-
telling you right now. I just started to see it, but I didn't want to go down that hole because I wanted to finish going down this hole. And because my boys are big lovers of LeBron,
Yeah, Joe is.
they're
too.
big fans of LeBron. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not anymore.
I don't know. I don't know. Orlando Brown has been talking about Diddy for a very long time. How Diddy tried to bring him in as his boy toy. Also, interesting enough, Oprah also attacked Michael Jackson after he died, as well as Gayle going after Kobe Bryant. That's where some of these questions came in, because Michael Jackson and Kobe were not a part of the Illuminati.
What could you possibly? All right.
So Gayle King was interviewing, I think it was Lisa Lopez, a WNBA player. I think it was Lisa Lopez. She was interviewing her, and she was talking about how Kobe Bryant had allegedly been inappropriate with females. And she was very close with Kobe Bryant. And this was after he had passed. Gayle is kind of like going for her. After that happened, Gayle kind of got canceled for a while. I mean,
For good.
And they were coming after her. Oprah went on the Today Show defending her friend, went out saying that, this really happened. But Oprah did the same thing after Michael Jackson passed away, going after Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was never indicted. He was never indicted on anything.
No, he wasn't.
He was brought to court many times, but he was never indicted.
Right.
He was never found guilty.
Right.
And you're going to start talking about black men that are now dead and making accusations about them
Right.
as black female reporters, both of them, Gayle and Oprah.
Right.
50 Cent was talking about this as well. And Snoop Dogg. Snoop is in there too. I'm telling you, this
Wait, Snoop's involved in
Snoop is on the other side. Snoop is on the good side.
on 50 Cent's side.
Yes.
That's what I
That's
figured.
what I thought too.
Snoop's on the 50 Cent side.
Hear
But
that.
listen, I'll be honest with you, Kanye's been speaking out about it. Especially, and I started telling you that the Corey Gamble Association. So Corey Gamble is Kris Jenner's boyfriend, right?
Right.
Prior to that, Corey Gamble was involved with P. Diddy. He was like a handler of artists, right? Justin Bieber, he was a handler of Justin Bieber. And we know what happened with Justin Bieber and Diddy. It was supposed, because we don't know anything about Corey Gamble. Kanye has said this. We've never met his family. We know nothing about him. He's got very deep ties. So 24 hours before the P. Diddy raid, Kim Kardashian, this is fact, unfollowed P. Diddy. Kris Jenner has made her girls pay tithes to this church that I was telling you about.
Yeah.
The head of the church is Lou Taylor. This church pays off all the victims of Diddy.
It's a washing machine.
It's a washing machine.
And the woman that went.
Lou Taylor is
Taylor.
a female. She's also the CEO of TriStar Sports and Entertainment. So she was the business manager of Britney Spears. She was responsible for the conservatorship of Britney Spears. And Michael Lohan went after her because Lindsay Lohan's mom and her, Lou Taylor, got a conservatorship against for Lindsay Lohan, but that Mike Lohan had no part of. So she has also been a part of this whole thing. And this has been going on in Hollywood, in the entertainment business, in the music business for a very, very long time.
There's a lot of money washing with that too.
Yeah.
Because she secured $1 million loans for the Kardashians.
Mm-hmm.
So she's uber involved.
Right.
Supposedly, allegedly, in the raid, they found videotape evidence of something that happened with Justin Bieber and Kim Kardashian on videotape. And I had read that a while back, Justin Bieber's mom knew about this and was going after the Kardashians. And then all of a sudden it got shut down.
What the hell is on the video?
Who knows?
Who knows? But Ray J's been saying this. Kanye's been saying this. People that are
Cat Williams. Remember we were talking
Yeah.
about Cat Williams.
Cat Williams.
Also a girl that I just started following. Her name is Jaguar Wright. You want to talk about interesting.
Does she have really short hair?
Very short.
She's the one that was saying about the corporation that there were 5 partners and Diddy's
Yeah.
the only one still alive.
Absolutely. And that is Uptown Records.
Yes.
Was started with Andre Durrell, Al B. Sure,
Yes.
Heavy
Sure.
D, and Puff Daddy.
Okay.
Andre Durrell, heart attack. Heavy D, heart attack. Al B. Sure just got out of a coma.
He's still alive, but he just got out of a coma.
No, I haven't heard.
So-
And no one has mentioned why. Now, Andre Durrell, his personal assistant was Kim Porter.
Right.
She did too.
Right. She was a partner in it too.
So she's
And
dead.
this woman, what's her name? Jaguar?
Jaguar, right?
Mhm.
She said that they were all about to write books.
Absolutely.
Tell all books.
Right. Everybody except for Al B. Sure was getting ready to do a documentary on his life.
Yes. Yep.
So very interesting.
Yep. And Kim Porter dated and has a child with Al B. Sure.
Oh, I didn't know that.
With him, right?
Yes.
She was with him before Diddy, and she has a child with him.
Yes.
So also Chris Brown is also exposing Jay Z. So we all hated Chris Brown, right? Because we thought Chris Brown beat Rihanna, but there's way more to that than we ever knew. So yes, there was an altercation, and that is absolutely wrong. Right. But it was because Rihanna was having an affair with Jay Z.
She really was?
Yes.
When he first brought her out, like when Umbrella came out.
Yes. And
he was with Beyonce.
Yes.
And Rihanna was a side piece?
Yes. And I don't know if you remember just recently when she was doing the Super Bowl. She came out, right, last year. And she came out and she showed her pregnant belly. I don't know if you remember at the end.
She did this time.
The Illuminati.
I saw that.
She did.
Absolutely, I saw that.
Chill.
She did. She did. I'm telling you right now.
It too. Rihanna's in it too.
And again, I don't know if she's willingly or not, because I feel like some of these people are.
But you can't say that all the women are victims and.
But it's not just the women.
Wait, but actually, you can.
Yes.
Because in the entertainment industry, starting back even from Judy Garland, in the entertainment industry, it is horrible, horrible, horrible place for a woman. There is nowhere for you to go. There is nobody to run to because every motherfucker that you run to will want the money or the power more.
Right.
So it really is a totally
male dominant,
horrible place to be a woman. So that's why when Wendy says stuff like that, since I've done the research that I've done, I can definitely say, I get it. There is nowhere to go. And
look what happened to Kim Porter. She's dead. Look what happened to Jay Z's pregnant. Like, they're dead. Like, these people wind up dead.
Right.
So you can't speak out. And to think that you can.
Yes, you can't.
Because it's way bigger than I think anybody knows. The other thing was, I also saw that Corey Gamble, when Kim Porter died, Corey Gamble was one of the first to arrive on scene. So he was involved with Diddy back then. Wow. And then all of a sudden, Corey Gamble shows up with Kris Jenner. Nobody knew where he came from. Nobody knew where Corey Gamble came from.
He only died a few years ago. He was with Kris way before that. He was with Kris way before Kim Porter died.
I'm just saying, he's been with Diddy for a long time.
Right.
He's been a Diddy guy for a long time.
Clearly.
Then there's this other fellow, Sir Lucian Grange. He's the CEO of Universal Music Group. He used to be named Michael G. He was the son of Cecil G., who was a tailor in London. Why he changed his name, nobody knows. But that is another person.
Like a big jump.
Yeah, that's another person that really needs to be investigated because he also is involved in this whole Diddy thing. I don't know exactly how far back it goes and what's going on with it, but I got that little bit of information.
So the Kardashians are involved, linked somehow with this Lou Taylor?
Yeah. Yes, they absolutely are.
They're linked to this whole Diddy thing?
Yeah, so the Lou
possibly.
So Lou Taylor also there's this church. That church also funds some Christian residential. This church that the girls are giving their tithes to, and whoever else is putting money into, is paying off, all the victims of Diddy, is putting people in these residential Christian programs, which we know how screwed up that is based on what we've seen out there.
Yeah.
And I looked up this woman. I mean, she's on LinkedIn. The woman was born Lou Mary Taylor on October 30th, 1965. She's an American businesswoman and entrepreneur. She became a public figure in 2008, acting as singer Britney Spears' family spokesperson amid the Dr. Phil allegations of violation of trust in a family intervention. So that's how this woman came up. Crazy. Kanye West
really parlayed that into something.
Yes, she sure did. Kanye West, his quote was, "They want to traumatize you and monetize you." And listen, I know Kanye's crazy, and I know he has mental health issues, but you know what? He was on the inside.
Right.
He was on the inside. And he had said many times that he doesn't want Corey Gamble around his children.
He did?
Yes.
Well, I would imagine he's losing that battle.
Well, Corey Gamble also was, Corey and Chris were the ones trying to hospitalize him when they were going through the divorce. They were the ones trying to get him hospitalized.
Wow.
I mean, listen, Kanye, like he said this himself. And again, I know that he's a little off, but there's some truth in what he says. He lost Adidas. He's lost everything. He lost Forbes. But you know what? He's still on top. He's still making money.
Yeah, he's still got money.
Still making money. And it has nothing to do with these other people, which is why he's one of the few people who can actually speak out. And people won't listen to him because they think he's crazy.
Because that's the narrative that's being put out by Kardashians. I mean, I have not watched that show, and I watched it when it first came on.
I think the Hulu show is getting canceled after this whole situation. I don't think we're going to see it again.
Well, I mean, just the big fucking deal they made about ending the show, and then really they just went from the E! Channel to Hulu, like assholes. But
because on the E! Channel they weren't full producers.
Right.
It was Ryan Seacrest
ending the show.
But it was a Ryan Seacrest production.
Don't go to another network.
They went to the other network and they had full
right.
producer.
They write their own stuff.
They did whatever they wanted to do.
Then.
So think about it this way.
I know why you're doing that.
No, it's good.
Yeah.
No, it
yeah.
is. I love it.
Is Kanye crazy or is he crazy like a fox? Now, same thing with Wendy Williams.
Right.
Yeah.
What about the possibility that she's crazy like a fucking fox too? Because she was singing the fucking tune about all these guys, black men in Hollywood that were gay on the down low.
Yeah.
She started singing about that a long time.
Yeah. And
so you know what?
He got her fired.
Maybe.
And sent the girl group after.
Maybe.
And maybe poisoned her.
Maybe she's crazy like a fox.
Mm-hmm. Maybe she doesn't really have this dementia.
Maybe it's keeping her safe. Maybe it's keeping her
right.
Because she's sitting on a bunch of shit and couldn't say nothing till the floodgates open. Maybe she's the next one who's going to come back fit as a fiddle.
Yep.
Singing this song.
Right.
Now, in regards to Kanye, like his mom, remember when his mom died?
Of plastic surgery.
Because now think about this.
I don't think that was like.
Well, why?
Because she was on the table. She died on the table.
It doesn't mean that it wasn't orchestrated.
Let's just say this. All that money that Kanye has, this plastic surgeon was a piece of shit. He had horrible reviews. He had judgments against him. After Kanye's mom died, this guy said in an interview, he said, Kanye knows why his mother died. I wish he would tell the truth about it. The guy said that. And Kanye has said his mom was sacrificed. People acting like he's crazy. Is he crazy?
I believe it.
Or did somebody coerce his mother and say, oh, maybe they hired some friends of hers to lie and say, oh, we had some procedures here. This guy was great. Just go and do it. You don't know. So
that's crazy shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, these people, you may think they're a part of it and they can speak up, but they can't, even if they are a part of it.
Right.
Because they will be dead. They'll be dead. Or their loved ones will be dead.
Right.
Now, even think about Biggie.
Yeah.
Okay. Biggie was only 25. He had just recorded a record. That fucking record has never come out. His family has never been compensated. Diddy probably took that album and used all his fucking shit and has been making money on him for
25 years.
For the past 25 years. Okay.
I think his last album was titled Ready to Die.
And he was just getting ready to leave Bad Boy and go out on his own.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
And the word is that Diddy walked up to his car and put a sticker on it to mark that was his car.
Don't tell me Diddy had something to do with Biggie's death.
Oh, yeah, he did.
If I was a betting woman, I would say yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he did. Listen, I'm telling you, Suge Knight knows all this too.
Well, what's interesting.
We need to get Suge Knight on this pod. Suge, can you come on our podcast?
To be honest with you, I tried to listen. It's very difficult to listen to his podcast because
he's in jail.
Really on a phone call from jail. So Tess tried to listen too. She was like, it was a little hard. I'm like, I know. It was a little difficult.
Well, think about this.
Well, why? Listen, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's okay. Think about this. Cassie.
Yeah.
$250,000 a month.
That's what he's paying her?
That's what he was paying her when she was with him. And he dropped that from half of that. He used to pay her more. But what's going on?
Right.
What is going on that's not good?
Right. Right.
What's that? It's a lot of money every year. It's a lot of fucking money.
250. So
$250,000 a month.
$3 million a year, right?
Isn't that like $1 million?
Well, it's 2.5.
Right.
3 million. Yeah, it's 3 million a year. Exactly.
Right.
So
you're a lot of dough. Well, it's a lot of dough, so you must really know something. And you
how bad was it?
Right. That you're gonna stop that. You're gonna risk.
You're gonna stop that fucking money train.
Right. No, I'm telling you, it's bad. It's bad.
So now Jaguar Wright, she is like, I want to hang out with her.
Yeah, I do too. I do too.
She's from Philly. She's awesome.
Now, how is she connected to all of them though? How does she know all of this?
Because she was coming up, I would say in like the 80s as an MC, a rapper, a songwriter. She admits her own self that she was drugged, raped, filmed, and then the person who filmed her was somebody who was one step above her, and there was a guy, and he felt really bad, and he couldn't go through with it because they made him do it. They said, you have to fucking drug this chick. She's new and upcoming. You got to drug her. You got to fuck her. You got to film her.
And you got to blackmail her.
And he did. And you're going to give it to us.
Right.
You can blackmail her, and then we'll further your career.
Right.
He didn't do it. He gave her the tape. He couldn't do it. And he was never hurt. He had never had any success after that.
He's gone. He's unliving.
Yeah. Well, no, he just is nobody. He's just working at Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Right.
So she said, what this thing is at Diddy's parties is it is Viagra. Okay. It is cocaine, but then the cocaine gives you like a limpicia deal. So then
that's why you need the Viagra.
Why you need the Viagra. And then then they do ketamine in with it. Because, so now you have a hard piece of deal. You got the coke, you like Superman, you got the ketamine, 50, 100-pound gorillas can pound you all night long and you're good. And it's called a 2C.
I never heard that cocaine gave you a limp dick. Was that true?
I guess. I don't have one. I don't really know. If you'd help you out with that.
No. Good to know.
Just in case. Favorite line of the night.
Just in case anybody was wondering.
I don't want.
I couldn't tell.
I never heard that before.
Yeah. Everything we're saying here is alleged. Let me just repeat that.
That cocaine gives you a limp dick.
Even that.
Yeah.
Because it may not.
It may not.
Because we don't have one.
We don't have one. Not one of us.
Nope. And if we had anyone who commented on anything of ours, we could ask them and they could tell us. But since we don't have it,
maybe we'll get some now.
Maybe we'll get some now. So let us know.
I got another one for you. Have you heard anything? Now, this isn't exactly related to Diddy, but there's another thing, and I think we're going to dive into this one next week. Kyle Marissa Roth.
Is she the TikToker?
She's the TikToker.
I heard about this.
Who is dead.
Yep.
2 weeks after, she was a TikToker who was out there putting blind items out about celebrities, in particular, J-Lo.
Mm-hmm.
And after she had put this information out there, TikTok shut down her account. That was her form of income. What
she did was she rolled a tape of J-Lo in a
restaurant
movie.
Oh, the movie.
A movie.
Okay.
And that's copyrighted. So J-Lo's team shut her down because she was using copyrighted film.
Okay.
That is what I heard.
Okay. But she was referring to the way J-Lo treated waiters and waitresses.
Yes.
Which I have heard several times that she is not a nice person.
I know
Oh.
2 people who have met her, and they both said the same thing. 2 people who don't even know each other, and they both said the same thing. She is a bitch. And I like J-Lo. I'm a fan. Both of those people said that.
I was heartbroken.
Me too.
Because
I also was a fan. I also was a fan until I heard things about her too that were not. She's not a kind person.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like
that either.
Because listen, where'd you come from? You were Jenny
Exactly.
from the block. Like you know what it's like.
You weren't raised like that. You didn't grow up like that.
Right.
You grew up just like the rest of us. So, yeah, I was very disappointed to hear that.
So I would like to maybe next week do a little bit more of a deep dive into
Yeah.
exactly what happened. I did also.
She's dead.
She did have cancer.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay. No, she did. She did have cancer, but her family has said she was doing well.
Okay.
Her family has said she was doing well, and her family does not have a reason yet. There is not a cause of death. So, again, this is all allegedly. Maybe next week we'll do a little bit more of a deep dive into Kyle Marissa Roth and see what we can find out. See, like, who she pissed off or what exactly was said and really what her medical condition was, if we can find that out. But she did have cancer. Because at first I didn't know that. And I was like, wait. And then I did a little more digging and I did find that out. But her family doesn't know what happened to her. And they're not saying what happened to her.
I mean, look at Whitney Houston.
I mean,
Okay.
they're really going deep with that one, and Bobby, the daughter.
She had a fight with Clive Davis 2 days before she died.
Oh, I did not know that.
And that bastard was sending her out on tour, and she was like a crackhead.
Yep.
He was sending her to foreign countries, and she was still making decent coin. He was making decent coin off her, but she was in no shape to perform. No.
And then, I mean, they're now alleging that, yes, her death was foul play and her daughter's was foul play.
And they said,
Just fucked up. And Bobby Brown probably like, I'm keeping my fucking mouth shut.
Well, because he doesn't want to be the next one.
Exactly, because I believe he went on to marry someone else and have other children.
so I believe it was his sister that said that not only that, but Whitney Houston was beat. That when they saw her body, she was beat. And the person that she was with let the drug dealer in. She got some kind of bad shot. But that person went on to be quite famous. So they received something for their troubles. I forget what show that they got.
I remember
It's a hip hop show.
when she passed, it coming out that she was really a lesbian and had this girlfriend for years. Did you hear that?
Well, that was the Whitney Houston story. Like the show, there was a movie, there was a documentary that came out.
Yeah, like, was that true, or did they just make that up? Or these people who are now we're finding out responsible, like, did they just make that up, or was that true?
That was in a documentary, but I don't. We have to look into that because I do know that her family had stuff to say about it. So I would like to hear what her family had to say about
We'll
that.
have to look and see if we could find anything more. But you really got me thinking about this Wendy Williams thing.
No, I agree. Wendy Williams is 100% very possible that this is all wrapped up in Diddy, allegedly.
So the bottom line is that it's been a highly toxic. The entertainment industry in general has been a highly toxic place for women and children.
Yeah.
And that it's been
And honestly, gay men. I mean, gay men or even straight men who have been
Right.
sodomized.
Yeah.
You know, like enough already. You know, enough.
So what did Justin Bieber come out and say anything yet?
No, but you know what was interesting about him also is his pastor actually put out a post and said, please pray for Justin. There are things that are weighing heavily on his mind.
Recently?
And please pray for him.
Isn't he?
He's sober and he's married to what's her face?
Haley Bieber.
She's a Christian.
Haley Baldwin Bieber.
Yeah. And supposedly, and then I think after that, the parents actually put something out also.
Justin's parents?
Yes.
See,
Oh, God.
no, because that's what I'm saying. Like these parents, like I feel like they are victims themselves too.
Not blame yourself.
Well, that's the whole thing. You know, like how do you
Diddy's house? Oh
exactly?
my God, my kid's gonna be a star.
Right.
I'm not saying that because I'm judging anyone.
No,
Right.
but that's the thing is like these poor parents, like my heart breaks for them too because
Sure.
they too are victims in this whole situation.
Yeah.
I mean, that's their child, you know? That's their child.
This goes deep.
It does go deep.
Because the entertainment industry is not it's not good at all. And it never has been.
I had no idea about Rihanna.
Yeah.
I think it's a very difficult place for women. You know, like starting with like, especially, well, you had even like think about the beginning of rap, right? How the music industry pushed all this gang rap.
Yeah.
I'll shoot you, I'll kill you.
Oh yeah.
And then
The whole East Coast, West Coast.
Oh yeah. No, they said that was like on purpose.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And then
Them
these
pushing that.
these record companies, not only that, they push that and then they take these young artists and they get control of all their stuff. And they, you know what they do? They take out big insurance policies on them. Why they keep pushing the rap whole thing, gang rap. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Yeah, give yourself some street cred. You know, pop him off. And they don't give a shit. They're hoping they get killed.
Right.
Yeah, because they own the rights to all their songs anyway. That's what it comes down to.
So they don't
They
care.
own the rights to the songs and even everything that Tupac, like he didn't own the rights to his songs. So all that, those producers are still making money
They're
off
still
that.
making money off of him. They're still making money off.
Still making money off.
Yeah.
Still making money off Biggie.
Biggie. Absolutely. They're still making money off of Biggie.
Making money. So they, you know, they own all the rights and they own the insurance, the life insurance policy. So they don't give a shit. But, you know, so you go from that to now especially the women in rap or R&B or soul or anything like that. You can't, they're all ex-strippers. It's all about being a hoe.
Yeah.
You really think that all those girls are writing those songs and want to put those songs out?
No, and some of them aren't even talented.
But if you say no,
Right, that's
you
what I'm
lose
saying,
your
but they're-
spot. You're done.
Right.
You lose your spot.
Right.
So it's all a part of
It's
Like,
manipulation. It's
like conditioning,
yeah.
like grooming, like it's okay to fuck with kids. It's okay to make all girls whores.
Right.
Like that's the narrative that
Right.
they're trying to make acceptable, trying to push.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, that's what made Kim K popular.
Oh, for sure.
Exactly.
Was her sex tape. I mean, that's what blew her up.
Well, listen, think about Christina Aguilera and Britney Spears. Britney Spears' first hit, Baby One More Time, she's walking down a hallway in a school in a Catholic schoolgirl outfit, but looked like a whore.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the shirt up to here, the skirt up to here, and then Christina Aguilera's was I'm a genie in a bottle, you got to rub me the right way. Like these were young girls.
These were Disney girls.
These were Disney girls, and that's why Pink was always like, fuck you. I'm not singing that. I'm not dressing like that. I'm not doing it because I don't have to do it. And I used to get so mad because I'm a huge Pink fan.
I love Pink.
She never won any awards. She would never win any awards.
Of course not.
So talented. But who would always win? Britney, Christina. You know what I mean? And I don't fault them.
No.
But think about the breakdown poor Britney Spears had. I mean, she really
Who knows what happened to her?
happened to her now. This poor girl.
So, you know, after that, like Little Kim, like that's when the beginning of, like, if you weren't selling sex
Yeah.
at the same time you were selling your music, you're not doing it.
She was nasty.
You're not doing it.
Lil' Kim was nasty on her records.
And that
And then Nicki Minaj came out and she was
Nicki
just
Minaj,
nasty.
Cardi B,
Cardi B. Yeah.
Lizzo.
they're just and how is that anything that's effective for womanhood in general? Oh,
No.
no, and that
What was the other one? Foxy Brown.
yeah, we are way more than that.
Yeah.
So I
looking into
just
them, yeah.
yeah, I actually feel really bad. It makes me feel even worse for Black women
For
because that's what's being peddled as success. That's what's being peddled as
No,
how you should be.
Oh no, Mary J's. Yeah.
Mary J. Blige is not a good one.
No.
But I'm
no.
just saying she didn't have to do that.
Oh no, she did. Mary J's wrapped up in this too.
But I'm saying her songs weren't like Lil Kim.
They weren't like that, but I'm telling you right now, she's wrapped up in the P. Diddy thing.
I believe
She's wrapped up in the P.
but
Diddy
he
thing.
brought her up, and she wasn't forced to sing those songs or act that
Well,
way.
because she wasn't that kind of artist. You couldn't
talented.
you could, but she didn't have that. She didn't have that. Like that.
You couldn't mold her into that.
Right. But she's a victim too. I'm sure she's a victim.
And everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, another one I heard is good, on the good side, is Denzel Washington.
Really?
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, me too.
I always loved Denzel Washington.
Yeah. It's just sad to me. It's sad that these people had to go, because that's what they are. These are people.
Yeah.
These are people who wanted a career.
Right.
And they had to do horrific things, not by their choice, because they were blackmailed.
Mm-hmm.
They were blackmailed. And it's horrible.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Now, there was a young kid I sent it to you guys. You probably didn't have a chance to watch it. But he talks about how, and this was years ago, he was a YouTuber, influencer. And he went out to LA with his friends. And they had an agent, and the agent invited them to a party.
Oh, I did watch that.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't that interesting?
Yes. The agent invited him to a party.
And they both went, and you had to wear a mask.
Oh, yeah.
And each room was something different. So he went in one room, and they had all this food. It's almost like the 7 deadly sins.
Mm.
And he said the way that people were eating it, like they were just getting stuff with their hands. If they didn't like something, they spit it out on the floor. There was a room that was just gambling. Then there was another room that was just like everybody started acting real different and like rubbing up on you and like being like super provocative and sexual. And then one of the last rooms they got into, everybody started talking really nasty to each other and saying shit about each other that like would end someone's friendship together. Like just being really. And then when you got to the end, before you got to the last room, they had on the table Bibles, Korans, works by Buddha. And the guy asked you before you got to go into the final room, which one is yours? So if you picked the Bible, then they put like something on top of it and then made you say this thing like your only religion was yourself or something weird. So when the kid got to that part, he was like, no way, bro, I'm fucking out of here.
Wow.
I'm out. So he left and he went outside and was waiting for his friend, and he went around the house and he kind of figured out where that last room was, and it had all these like stained glass windows, but there was one little thing that had like clear, and he looked and he wishes he never looked. He said when you got into that room, everybody's mask was off. He saw all these cameras all around the room, and the things that they were having them do were unspeakable. And then he saw his friend the next day and was like, bro, are you all right? Like, and then the guy like cut him right off. And had all stuff.
Did the friend go into the final room?
The friend went into the final room.
I didn't.
And then the kid said that for months afterwards, he would come home and shit would be moved in his house. He was out of half and half. He'd come home. There was a full thing. Something was wrong with his car. Next day he started up. It worked. Like
They were fucking with him.
they were fucking with him.
And before he went, he had told somebody that he was going to be going to this thing. And the guy, his face got like white, and he begged him.
not to
He
go.
said, don't go, don't go, don't go. And he tried to tell his friend, and his friend wouldn't hear it. So he decided, all right, I'll go. But yeah, crazy
Messed up.
crazy.
This was out in L.A.?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Out in Laurel Canyon party.
So that's our deep dive, unless you have anything else to.
So I will stay unfamous.
Not to sleep on, people.
Yeah,
I will stay unfamous in the basement.
Yes.
there you go.
I'll be very
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah. If you guys have anything else you want us to deep dive on, please give us some comments. Let us know what you think about this. If you have some opinions,
Yeah.
put them in the comments, share it, let other people know about us here at We Wine Whenever.
Yes, and we will keep you informed.
We will.
Yeah, we're trying.
Yep.
It's all alleged, though.
Everything is alleged.
I'm sorry, but you know me. I believe it. I've been talking about
I
my
know, but
conspiracy theories for
anybody
quite
come-
some time.
I don't need the Illuminati coming after me. No.
No, we don't.
I do not have the resources to fight the Illuminati, okay?
No, we don't. No, we don't.
No.
We
No.
don't. Thank you for watching and listening to We Wine Whenever. I'm Wendy.
I'm Kelly.
I'm Lori. Bye.
Until next time.